Hey, so we're back for another episode review of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11. So I'm just going to pick up where I left off because I did leave some stuff out from the last episode. I'm going to just brush over the little conversation between Lisa and Garcelle on their trip in Tahoe. And basically Lisa said that she couldn't promise Garcelle that she wouldn't stab her in the back. And she was like, the whole time she was saying this stuff, she was like, Garcelle was saying like, bitch, I don't know if I can fuck with that. And Lisa was like, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. Like, I love how honest you're being. And she started clapping. I was like, damn, like Lisa just don't even be caring either. Like, she just don't even give a fuck. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe.
But it's like, you know, I like Lisa though. I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but I really do like Lisa. So, yeah, and then we get Sutton being triggered by Crystal stories about racial discrimination. And it's like, before Crystal can't even get it out, she was like, you know, as an Asian woman, I experienced. Sutton was like,
you ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Kanye,
I've been doing this more than you.
Doing what?
You ain't got.
Me?
I'm not even doing this right now. You're not doing what? She didn't even direct nothing to you. Y'all were having a conversation about something, and then all she did was like say, okay, yeah, because I can see where Garcelle's coming from. And you don't, she was just completely like insensitive and irrational, and it just made me feel like I knew it. That's how I felt when I saw that scene. It was like, I wasn't surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? So then, you get her comparing systematic racism to a classist stereotype. Grow up. So I love that read when Crystal said, oh, so you're that girl that doesn't see color. That's what really made me like her at first. So it just feels like being called racist to them is worse than actually being racist or not educating yourself on the topic. You know what I'm saying? It's like they take such offense but won't go read about it or ask people about their actual experience. So, Sutton refusing to listen at all was like just very triggering to me. It was so annoying, like just watching her. Kyle was stepping in to defend her, and it's like I just felt like Crystal was so alone in that moment. And it was like, I just felt like you just know that she gives her pointers behind the scenes on like how to conduct around these ladies, especially around Crystal. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on to episode 3. So it was very, very, very disheartening to see Crystal just give up. Like, she was just so exhausted and defeated at the end of that conversation. Like, she was like, okay, why don't we agree to disagree? And then someone was like, agree to disagree on what? It's like, God damn, enough is enough, son. Leave it alone. Obviously you don't understand. Obviously you don't get it. You get Lisa Rinna saying, Trump wasn't like that before, when I was on The Apprentice and he fired me, she always name dropping it. I would too, though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, hell, I name drop if I was famous too. But she was like, he wasn't like that before. But you got the luxury to see people. I'm gonna just read verbatim what I wrote down. I said, yeah, maybe to you, but like people like us can tell we don't have the privilege of seeing people like Sutton or Trump as a sweet Southern lady or the suave billionaire. We hear the talk, see their aesthetics, and automatically think, okay, how do they feel about black people? So it's like, you saying he wasn't like that. To people like me, he was always like that. Sutton is really honestly triggered that she is that girl. It's like she was like, if I make you feel angry at me for crying, like, no, don't flip it on me. Don't flip it on me. So at that point, by you saying that, there's such thing as white woman tears, and that y'all pull that shit as a defense mechanism to like make people like of color seem aggressive when all we doing is calling you down to the carpet. When we get out to the patio scene in Tahoe, most of the girls are sitting around, and they called out Sutton for these big ass fluffy sandals. I think they were like $2,000, but it's like, she cares enough to cry about her wealth and be embarrassed by it, but not enough to give it away. She was like, oh, girls, don't talk about the sandals. Like, stop. I'm so embarrassed. Don't talk about how much they cost. But you wore them out. You knew people was going to talk about them. You knew that you always brag about how expensive your clothes are, but now it's embarrassing. It is tacky. If you want me to be real with you, I think it's tacky. But hell, I got a thick ass collar on. So, I mean, it's up to however you feel. It's like that one bougie girl that get called bougie. It's like, girl, am I bougie? It's like, girl, you know, you just want somebody to keep on saying, yeah, like, stop. Okay. So when Garcelle is talking shit about Paris, and then Kathy was like, Kyle, are you gonna tell her? So then he was like, you know, Paris is shy. And I was like, Paris is shy? No, she just spoiled and racist. That's why she on her phone, and probably real flippant and nonchalant and dismissive towards Garcelle, because Garcelle said that whenever she around her, she just be on her phone and just don't even speak that much. And it's like, it's because she think you like poop. It's because you a doogie. Apparently, you could tell Kathy did not appreciate what Garcelle said, but instead of she be really low key trolling Dorit and Sun and all the other little girls that she feel like she get one over on, but she don't do it with Garcelle, girl, because you know. I really appreciate my girl Eric Jane for shutting Sutton down about not having to prove that she's not racist as a girl from the South. She was like, don't you feel like you have to kind of prove that you're not racist? Erica was like, nah, I don't. And it's like, you know, why would you feel like you have to prove that if you're not putting off that energy? I'm just saying, I ain't ever felt like Erica was gonna call the police on me for having a barbecue. I'm just saying. Just saying. So, you know, we get Dorit bragging about living in a bubble, and it just, you know, it was just so, that was just so stinky to me. Like, I mean, this is in the midst of COVID, in the midst of people losing their jobs, in the midst of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And you talking about, you know, I just really don't even feel like, you know, because I've traveled the world and I've been around and I picked up so many accents because I've been so many different places with PK and my parents, and it's like, you know, it get old. Like it really was old when Cameron was doing it on Dallas. Like, Dorit, please don't join in on that, because I like looking at your outfits, but like, please don't make me start complaining, dog. And Andy Cohen inbox on Instagram. He probably won't look, but I will make the effort if you keep on doing that shit like it's cute. It's not cute to live in a bubble while other people are fucking suffering. It's not nothing to brag about. Like, that's giving very much weird flex, but okay. Come to think of it, nobody even implied or said that Sutton is racist. All that happened was Crystal gave her story, she got defensive, and now she has put on this victim jacket and was like, I promise I'm such a nice person. I'm not racist. I'm not racist. And it's like, all we said is that you that girl that don't see color. That's very telling that you feel like you have to defend yourself that much just from that one, like, you know, it's like, you know, because, you know, that's not very nice. I'm not that girl that doesn't see color. I mean, are you that girl that don't see color? I mean, how was that mean? I didn't say you was that girl that don't know no boundaries. I didn't say you was that girl that take it up. You know what I'm saying? I just said you was that girl that don't see color. I mean, if the shoe fit, then lace it up and go ahead and wear it, sis. Thinking back at all this stuff, no wonder Crystal is such on the defense, and I'm starting to wonder if Crystal's getting bad at it. But at the same time, they can only edit what you give them. But like, it was Sutton attacking Crystal when she got, like, as soon as they got back from dinner, he started like screaming at her and just going off on her, and it just made me so uncomfortable. Like, why are you yelling at this grown woman? At one point at the table, you thought everybody was in on it together, so why, when you get home, you still in your mind is thinking that everybody's in on it together, but you only yell at Crystal? And then she was like, you know, she kicked me, and it's like, obviously you know that this woman did not attack you. She talked to you in a friendly manner right afterwards and was the only person to fill you in on the joke. So why is all the animosity pointing towards her? It's looking like she's the scapegoat of some sort, and it's like, you know, it's looking like she's the easy target, and it's looking like you see something in her that just really pisses you off, and it's like, it's making me, it's like,
it's upsetting me in my home, girl.
What's your issue, sis? So then we get the naked code exchange, and this is when everything pivots, in my opinion, between how I feel about Sutton and Crystal. So right off the bat, I'm watching the episode and I'm already suspicious that Crystal has waited this long to bring the whole code thing up. It's like, why did you wait? I feel like you almost wanted people to be like, dang, where is Crystal? Where's Crystal? But it's like, girl, first of all, you the new girl. I forgot you won there. I'm gonna be real with you. So it's like, you know, you wanted people to kind of wonder after you, you know what I'm saying? And well, that's kind of the vibe that I got, because why did you wait this long? But you know, we still gonna get back on Sutton ass with this anxiety relief roller. It's like, that was so extra. it's almost like, oh my God, please take pity on me. Look at how stressed out you got me. Oh my God. Girl, this ear is ain't that hot glue can't fix, but it's like y'all done seen that. And this anxiety relief roller almost feels like it is designed to guilt trip Crystal. And Crystal has such a lack of empathy that she does not give a fuck. I didn't care either, but it's like, you know, seeing how Crystal act even further into the season, I feel like that's a her thing though. I feel like she wouldn't care even if it was like a serious situation. Like she just that type of person that's really not sensitive to how other people feel because it's not her. And that's kind of, it's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate characteristic to have as a person. As far as like you hurting somebody else's feelings and making them feel some kind of way, it's not cool to just like not have no feeling whatsoever about it. Like it's kind of weird. But it is a relief to see Crystal be able to confide in at least one cast member, Garcelle, about the racial tension that she's having, because Tiffany Moon didn't have that in Real Housewives of Dallas, and it was so painful seeing Tiffany go through what she went through, because it's like, you know, she didn't have anybody that could relate to her or that would stick up for her, and it's like I just really hated seeing that. So, but I mean, sis held her own though, but that's a whole nother situation. That's like, that's my girl. Like, I like her. I really hope to see her next season. I really hope we don't need Cameron, Stephanie, or Brandy on next season. We don't need them. Like, we need to go ahead and revamp. We need to go ahead and revamp around Tiffany, D'Angela. I don't really care for Carrie either. We just need if y'all need to get rid of Tiffany and D'Angela, fuck it, get rid of them too. But I just want to see a good show. I was so glad that I put this when I put it. I'm really getting the vibe that Crystal wants a Mean Girl group to her sudden. Like, it's really feeling like you trying to rally up the troops and be like, I mean, I'm black, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I can't say how she felt because, you know, they cut it down. Hold on, I got a text, sorry. But, you know, sometimes they cut it down, and I'm also not Asian. I also wasn't in that situation. But, you know, it just feels like Crystal wants everybody to be mean to something, because it's not about the racism at this point. Now it's about, oh, she's crazy, she's manic, and all that stuff. And it's like, I didn't like it because the way he said it like it was designed to cut her. It didn't sound like, you know, I feel like, you know, honestly, I don't want to say it, you know, a little manic, you know. And it's like knowing now that she confided in you about her dad, you know, dying by suicide from his manic depression, is really it's really fucked up that you would even say that to her. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even say frantic or frazzled or flustered. You just went straight into the gutter and said manic. Like, you don't put that on nobody. You know, I know something a little eccentric and a little, you know, wired, but you know, you don't put that on nobody. And I know I wasn't there, but especially when she told you something, it's like, it's not like she said nothing racist to you. On top of that, she didn't say, she just was acting insensitive. And if you know, I'm not condoning it, but it's like, you know, it's like, it's a race thing, and it's a mental health thing, and it's a mean girl thing. And so far, bitch, you only checking one of those boxes, and you weren't even, that's not even a choice for you. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice for you to attack somebody's mental health, and it's a choice for you to be a mean girl. The way you look, in my opinion, is just really kind of like iffy at this point. So, you know, I just feel like the way Erica talks about Tom is so sugar daddy-ish. And she was like, you know, he's a workhorse. I love him for that. And knowing now, honestly, I'm going to just tell y'all now where I'm at in the show. I just watched episode 9 today. Oh my God, that was real. I just really felt Son's isolation on the boat, especially when Kathy left. And I just, you know, that hit my heart. Because, you know, no matter what, I've been in that place before when you feel like everybody is against you. Like, I feel like that so many times before, just throughout my life growing up. And it's nobody give you a break. And it's like, you know, you just feel alone. And it's like, you know, literally everybody was on one side of the boat and she was on the other, and they were all looking at her. And I've been in that position. It's like, that's a fucked up place to be at. And Kathy was the only person beside her. And it's like, you know, she was finna start crying. She was trying to hold it back. And it's like, I didn't like that. And then the way that Erica asked her, like, you know, son, what's wrong with you? It was almost like she was irritated. And I didn't like that. Because Dorit was like, you know, I don't know, because, you know, this bitch crazy, you know, because, you know, last year she was like, I'm going to flip the fuck out. And then it just felt like Crystal was enjoying this. Like, she was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that. I see stuff. I be peeping little bitty stuff. Like, I look at stuff like that when because I spent so long in my life, and niggas like, let me talk about me for a little bit. I spent so long just, like, observing people and being quiet that I just pick up on little things like that.
I see you. I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see you. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
Nonetheless, I like Crystal's energy on the boat convo. You know, Son was like, you know, I'm upset, obviously. And it's like, girl, are you used to people, you know, bowing to your will when you upset? It's like, is it weird for you to be a white woman and then you be upset and then somebody not saying, oh my God, what's wrong? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Is that weird for you? I can't imagine. Honestly, I really can't imagine. I just felt like Garcelle was pushing it at the dinner with Lisa. Like, damn, okay, we get it. She was, you know, she was dirty to Denise. Like, I don't feel like Denise would be even defending you to the strength that you defended her. It's like, okay, damn, leave it. Leave that storyline like in last year. We don't even give a fuck what Lisa did at this point. Like, damn, you know Lisa messy. Crystal wait the entire day to bring the story up. Like, you came down to say goodnight just so you can be asked why you ain't been around. I feel like she really thought the energy was gonna still be a real anti-Son and that they was gonna be all the mean girl crew towards her. And that didn't happen. I feel like due to her internal issues growing up around all those rich white people, you felt like you had to assimilate. And that was the kind of girl you were in school. You have been the one to be picked on. So you would link up with all the other rich girls and you would pick on other girls. Like, that would be the death of y'all friendship. And that shit, you can tell, like, even when she just feel like she be trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just don't be cool. And it's like, what really shifted me towards Son was when she was in the pool and she called them down for the performance, and you could tell she was nervous to do that because, you know, she had been at odds with all the other girls, and, you know, they kind of, you know, were, you know, they weren't ragging on her, but they were just kind of like just being real with her, being straight up, and she was crying. Didn't nobody care. You know how fucked up it gotta be for you to be crying, don't nobody care. Everybody like, damn, it's like, damn. So she had been feeling like that all day, so that's what really got it for me. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, I feel like the ladies all forgive Son because they can relate to her because, you know, they all white women. Like, at the end of the day, they always like, you know, oh, she made a mistake. She didn't mean it like that. You know, it's a nice Southern lady at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They had the privilege to see her that way. So, you know, I just really feel like Crystal is dragging that naked thing. Like, I didn't like that the first time she brought it up. I didn't like it the second time she brought it up. I feel where she coming from with the part, but I also feel that Son is naturally an awkward person. And I was like, you know, I can't say that her tears are fake due to her body image issues, but you know, it was awkward, but don't make her out to be a creep. Because, you know, that's not really cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I saw what happened, and I know Son didn't come in there and was like, oh, what you doing over there? Like, that's not how it happened. That's not how it happened at all. You know? So, you know, I really truly believe that Son is trying and ain't hateful. She just ignorant and weird. Like, she just don't know. This stage has ended to the episode with Erica's divorce announcement. Dorit is randomly on the couch with the whole with hair and makeup, with the whole camera crew and the boom mic right here. She was like, yeah, I just saw. So they all just now seeing it. So then they called each other after that. Okay, so Kyle, you know, she gotta have the band-aid on her nose. She was like, oh my God, did you guys hear about Erica's divorce? And then Lisa is here with a whole fucking jumpsuit, a whole matching top and bottom jumpsuit. She was like, yeah. I'm like, girl, y'all get the fuck up out of here. But that's where they left episode 4, and that is where I am living this recap and review, and I will see you guys the next time I record, which I will try to make very soon. So peace out.